clicking on this video today. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about some exciting things because it is 10 items that I have been loving lately. And when I sat down to write the list, I was just kind of like free-flowing, like what am I really happy about that I've incorporated in my life recently, and I wasn't quite sure what was gonna pop up. It was just kind of a mishmash of lifestyle things, and that's really perfect because I've really been focusing on making sure that everything I bring into my space has a purpose and makes me feel good. If there's anything I've really learned on my, I guess, pursuit of happiness, if you will, is that what is in our environment is very important to our happiness and our well-being and all of that good stuff. So now that I have a new space, I'm very dedicated to being conscious of everything I bring in and just making sure it makes me feel good and happy. And I can tell you it has made a world of difference in my life and my mental health, my clarity, my overall happiness and well-being. With that being said, I'm very grateful for all of these things that I'm going to talk to you about today because they just make me so happy, and I'm hoping to share them with you and maybe spark some happiness into you and your life, or maybe you're using some of these things already too. So yeah, I think that is the gist of the whole video. I have 10 exciting things to talk to you about, and let's just get into it. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so the first thing I want to share with you is actually my journal. So I'm sure you have heard, like me for years, so many people talking about how amazing journaling is and it's so transformative and so beneficial to any morning routine. So I feel like for the last few years that's been like kind of embedded into my subconscious, and I've always wanted to get to a place where I was journaling consistently as well and using it as, I guess, like a wellness tool, if you will. So I got this guy at Target probably a month ago, and I just loved this when I saw it. It is a soft cover book with lined pink paper, really pretty inside, and it has these beautiful flowers on it, and then it says private in little gold lettering. So like I said, when I saw this, it really spoke to me, and I wanted to bring it home and have it really help me start journaling. I've been using it for a few weeks now. I wouldn't say I am consistent every single day, but I'm pretty much consistent every other day, and I cannot express how much I love journaling. I use it for scripting. I use it for kind of just a free flow of thoughts. I use it for gratitude lists. Pretty much every morning I'm writing out all of the things I'm grateful for and just literally letting things flow. What I love about journaling is that I let myself just write whatever the heck comes to mind, whereas any other time I'm doing anything, I feel like I have to like tailor it and second guess and make sure everything's spelled right and, you know, reword things to make it sound right, whereas with this I can just let it all out. So it's just really therapeutic in that way. And like I said, I write out my gratitude, and same thing, I just let it flow, let everything I'm grateful for come out on paper, and it just feels really good, and it's such a great way to start the day. I've been doing it in the morning. I know some people do it at night to kind of end their day and talk about, you know, what's going on in their day, but either way, there's so many amazing things that you can do with this thing, and I recommend, if you're looking into journaling, to just go out and find one that really speaks to you and resonates with you, like this one did for me, and go ahead and start your journaling. It's really life-changing, I promise. So that is my diary, I guess, if you will. Oh, also, I was going through my stuff the other day and I found an old diary from before I had moved to California, and I was reading it, and it was talking about how I was scared to go apartment hunting in California and I didn't want to pick the wrong one, and it was nerve-wracking. To read back like 2 years ago what I had been writing was just so crazy. So that's another reason that I feel it's really good to keep a journal of sorts, is because you can look back years later and reminisce on what was going on in that, you know, stage of your life, or you can really see things that you've manifested come into your reality, and it's just crazy and beautiful and wonderful. So that is another reason I like journaling. Oh, hey baby. So definitely recommend recommend getting yourself a journal. Get one that is pretty and you love and that you're going to enjoy opening every day and pouring your heart out to. Next up, I want to talk about my new babies, and by new babies, I mean my new plant babies. So this is one of them. I recently uploaded a video about going shopping for some houseplants. It was tons of fun. I am lucky enough to have a friend here who knows her stuff about plants because I know literally nothing, and I'm so scared of not taking care of them properly and having them die on me because I would feel really bad. So I went with her to get some plants, and originally they were going to be, I just wanted one for my office, maybe one or two, so I could, like, you know, keep the good vibes flowing in there and creative juices going. I ended up picking up 4. So the one you see behind me is actually the Birds of Paradise that I ended up picking, and it's definitely maybe my favorite. Sorry. But I love this one so much, and this is the one that sits by my bed. I wanted to show you this guy because I feel like she is just so beautiful and unique, and I've never seen anything like her in my life. So I don't remember the name. I will have to text my friend Amy and ask her and see if I can put it in the description box in case you want to go searching for one of these. But I just thought she was really, really, really stunning, and these plants have brought so much cliche, but so much love and light into my space, and I love having them and taking care of them, especially now that I don't have any pets of my own. If you're wondering, I'm actually dog sitting. That was the dog walking around. So if you're looking for something to bring a little good energy into your home, maybe a houseplant would be a good idea. I am absolutely in love with these guys. So that is the houseplants. This is definitely one of my favorite things, and I've been obsessed with this lately. So one of my Instagram girlfriends sent this to me. I'm so appreciative. Thank you, Julie. This is amazing. So this is a crystal water bottle. It's from the brand 𝙩𝙤𝙩𝙝, spelled J-U-W-E-L. What it is just a glass water bottle with crystals in the bottom. So these are sealed off on their own. It comes in like this little pod, if you will. This is just a mixture of amethyst and clear quartz. You can unscrew that, you can unscrew the top. This can go right in the dishwasher, which I did wash it today like that. And then you just fill it with your water and you are good to go. So I'm absolutely obsessed with this. I've actually been wanting a crystal water bottle for years, and I finally have one. So again, thank you so much, Julie. That was such a kind gift. And on the same note, crazy enough, I have been making my own crystal water in this guy. So you don't have to make crystal water with this. You can really do anything, but it comes with this big tin. I don't know how much is in here. Is this a gallon? It might be a gallon. It comes with an infuser. So it has this spout, and then it has this guy, which is the infuser part, and then obviously the lid. So the infuser part screws onto the lid, and then you have yourself some infused water. So I had been eyeing this, again, at Target, story of my life. I'd been eyeing this at Target for a few weeks, and I finally got it because I did have a little like brunch at my house and I wanted to make margaritas. So I didn't realize that this was going to become my new best friend, and it totally has. I have been making such fun stuff in here. I started with watermelon and then cucumber, and then I started getting a little more evolved, if you will, and I was buying mint and ginger and all of that good stuff and making new waters for myself almost every day. About a week into it, I also started incorporating crystals. So I do a lot of those on my Instagram. Maybe I'll insert a little video of me making one here. All right, guys, we're ready to make another crystal infused water. I'm so excited because I actually haven't done this in like, it feels like almost a week. So I've been missing this lately, and we have our special guest, Princess Piglet, helping us out here today. And I decided I was gonna go with mint and lime because those were kind of like my favorites out of everything I've been testing out over the last few weeks with like making different drinks. And then I decided I wanted to go with citrine today because I just really love citrine, and it's such a beautiful stone. So it's really known as the happiness stone. I've already done a little sage with it, and I also ran it under some cool water, and they are ready to go. So that's it. I'm just gonna put everything in here, and then I'm gonna fill up this baby, and then we're gonna be all set. It just became like such a fun thing for me to do, and then I stick it in my fridge and I drink the water. I usually go through at least one of these a day, which is really great. If you're someone who struggles with drinking water, maybe this would just be a nice little investment for you to start drinking some more water, because it is so good for you, and I can't tell you how good I feel just having fresh water every day. That is something to be so incredibly grateful for. So I am, and I just love making different concoctions in this guy. So that is my love. I love infused crystal water for sure. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is this beautiful candle. So this is another thing that I was eyeing at Target for a really long time before I finally bought it, and I finally did. I absolutely love these candles. They have a whole range of them. The brand is Opal House. This one is Wild Hibiscus Sangria, and it smells so amazing. So these are soy candles. I'm very particular about only having soy candles instead of the fragrance ones. They're just a little bit better for you to be breathing in. So these are luckily soy, and they're just these gorgeous jars that I'm absolutely in love with. The way they like shimmer and kind of catch rainbows in there. I just love it. So that is this little guy. I also wanted to show you what I kind of do with them when I'm done. And I've been doing this for a long time, and it's another reason I'm very particular about what candles I buy, because if I love the jars, what I do is I end up using them as makeup brush holders, or you can hold Q-tips in there or hold some crystals in here. It's just a good way to reuse them and not have to just like throw them in the trash. So it's really simple to do this. As you can see, there's no longer any wax in there. All I do is run it under really hot water until it kind of like breaks up, and then you can just chuck that in the trash and wash it really good, and you've got yourself a beautiful jar. So I like using them for makeup brushes. Like I said, you can use them for whatever you want, but I feel like that is a really good way to use candles that you love. So I love these candles so much. I need to go get some more. I've only been looking at Home Goods candles lately. I haven't really been looking at Target, but I just love them. Okay, moving right along. The next thing I want to share with you is actually a book, and this is one that I'm currently getting through right now. It's called Creative Visualization, and the author is 𝙩𝙤𝙩𝙝. I'm not positive if I'm pronouncing that right. So basically what this book goes into is the power of visualization and how you can use that as a good manifestation tool to really begin living your dream life, which I am so all about that. And I cannot remember the person who I saw recommend this, but someone recommended this to me maybe a year ago, and I went out and got it, and ever since it's like kind of one of those books that I pick up and grab when I need a little reminder of the power of visualization and the power of our own mind and how that can really transform our entire life. So this book is really beautiful, really powerful, and I highly recommend it, especially for someone who might be like dabbling into the whole realm of law of attraction and manifestation and curious, because it is a very easy read. And what I love doing is just reading a chapter or two a day. The chapters are really short and easy to get through. So in the morning, I'll read a chapter when I'm having my coffee, or at night, I'll read a chapter before going to bed. It's just a great way to start or end your day. So this is Creative Visualization, one of the books I'm getting through right now, and I absolutely love it, and definitely recommend it to you. This is a weird one. Let me just warn you a little bit. So my mom gave this to me a few months ago, and she said, I accidentally got 2 of these, would you like one? And I said, what the heck is that? So what this is a tongue scraper. Yes, a tongue scraper. I didn't ask. Sometimes when my mom does things, God bless her, I just don't ask. I I just let her do her, because some, you know, things she does is a little out there, but I love her for that, I really do. So she bought 2 tongue scrapers on accident, and she gifted me the other one. So this is a tongue scraper. I just accepted it and kind of like threw it in my drawer, not really thinking much of it at all, or that I would even really ever use it. So then I was listening to a podcast maybe a month ago, a few weeks ago, and the girl mentioned something like, you know, there's only so many videos I can make about the benefits of tongue scraping. And I was like, the benefits of tongue scraping? So this is like a thing, this is a big thing. So then I went and did a little more research, and apparently this is part of the whole, I could be totally saying this wrong, I don't know that much about it, and I'm not claiming to, but a part of the whole like Ayurvedic healing method. I feel like I have to look this up because I don't want to say it wrong. Yeah, so it says the ancient Ayurvedic recommendation of tongue scraping is one that is often overlooked, and then it goes into the benefits as far as oral health, physical, mental, and spiritual health, which is kind of insane if you think about it. Like the fact that something as simple as this could have so many benefits. So I was all about that, and the whole Ayurvedic type of world is something that I've been really intrigued by as of recently. So I began to do tongue scraping, and I also watched a few videos on it, and let me forewarn you, those are pretty yucky to watch, but I think it's really, really cool. Basically, it removes any like buildup on the tongue, and when you do it, basically you just like stick it all the way to the back of your mouth and like pull, and there's this white film that comes off, and you can just keep doing that and doing that and doing that, and it'll just keep coming off. And I guess it's like the harmful bacteria that doesn't really need to be in your mouth. It takes away that like toxic residue that's left on the tongue, which I guess makes sense because we put so much like bad stuff in our bodies. I mean, I try to be very aware of what goes in my body, because that's so important. It's supposed to also increase your taste in food, allows you to expand your spiritual awakening. So I am all about that. So I've been using this every time before I brush my teeth, so in the morning and at night, and I can't say I've noticed like a ton of benefits, but it literally takes like 15 seconds, and why not? Why the heck not? So that is my tongue scraper, and I love my tongue scraper. Next up, I have a beauty favorite, and I feel like this definitely fits into lifestyle because makeup is a big part of my lifestyle, and I love doing makeup, and I love everything that goes along with it. So I wanted to share my favorite lip combination with you right now. I love lips. I have an obsession with lips. I have an obsession with lip scrubs, lipsticks, lip glosses, just all things lips. So I figured, since I love this combo so much right now, and I feel like it would work for so many different people, I wanted to share. Also, these are so beautiful. So these are the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, and I have a big one in Kim KW and a little one in Pillow Talk. So I received this guy as a sample when I received my big one, and I am so in love with this because it's the cutest, most beautiful little lipstick I've ever seen, and I actually really love the color. A dark rosy color, so that's Pillow Talk. And then Kim KW is a really stunning nude. So this nude is a little too light on its own for me, as well as a few other people I've spoken to. So what I do is, oh, let me show you the lip liner too. I involved a lip liner in here. This was in my Ulta haul. It's the Essence lip liner in Big Proposal, and this is an incredible lip liner. I absolutely love it. Almost the same color as Pillow Talk. So it's that deep rosy color, and I use it to line my lips. I put on Pillow Talk, and then I do a little bit of the Kim KW like in the center of my lips. And for me, it's just like the most amazing lip combo. I wouldn't call it super natural, but it's like neutral, you know? It's not like a crazy color, but you can see that you have something on there, so you look so like nice and duded up and put together and stunning. So that is the lip combo I've been loving lately, and this packaging, so beautiful. So that is Pillow Talk, Kim KW, Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, and the Essence lip liner in Big Proposal. Okay, next up, I want to talk about my essential oil diffuser, and this is my favorite one that I only have 2 right now. It just recently broke, unfortunately, which means it's time to go pick out a new one, if you know what I mean. But this is my favorite one because it is so my vibe. It's this opalescent, beautiful, glowing essential oil diffuser. They sell them at Target, they sell them on Amazon, they sell them TJ Maxx, Marshalls, all of those kinds of stores. So essential oil diffusers have been around for a while, and I got into them a couple of years ago when I started implementing more like holistic ways of living into my life. And if you don't know what they are, basically there's just like a vat of water in here, and you are able to add whatever essential oil you want into there, whatever strikes your fancy. It diffuses it into a water vapor into the air, and it just fills your house with a lot of good smelling goodness. I also want to show you my favorite essential oils right now, or oil I should say. Lavender, I have to say, is my top favorite now. If you don't know, lavender is really known for its soothing, calming properties. So this one I specifically use in my bedroom and my bathroom area. I don't really do it in the living spaces because I like a more uplifting scent. What I've been using lately is lemongrass, and I think I just ran out of lemongrass, so I'll use tea tree oil or peppermint scent. But lavender is definitely my bedroom smell. So I decided to go ahead and get a big bottle of this because I use it in baths, I use it in my diffusers in the bedroom, and I use it on like my pillowcases. So when I make my bed, I'll just like sprinkle this on. You can also use it as a natural perfume. So if you don't want to put the chemicals on your body from a perfume, or you really like smelling like super hippy dippy, then you can totally use lavender. I highly recommend essential oils and a diffuser for your home if you are into that kind of thing. Like I said, there's so many different oils and smells, and you can just find the ones that vibe with you, and it's just really good. I also have this guy, which is a plug-in diffuser. I think I want to go on the hunt for a few. What are you doing back there? I think I want to go on the hunt for a few more of these because I really like the idea of just plugging it in and kind of leaving it to do its own thing in the walls. I can't even open this right now. I have lemongrass in here. This one I put by my front door. Do you need to go outside? I honestly don't have it on often because I'm so scared of like a fire hazard or this igniting, because I feel like if it's on 24/7, like isn't that dangerous? It just freaks me out a little bit. So I don't use this one all the time, but I might go on the search for a few more because like I said, I just love the idea of having them plugged in and your whole house smells great. It's a great alternative to those like Glade plugins or Airwick plugins that literally just like pump out chemicals, you know, like it's crazy. So this is a lot better for you, and I just love it. So that is my diffusers and my beloved lavender oil. Next up, I'm gonna shout out a bubble bath because bubble baths have been my thing lately ever since I moved, and I now have a nice bathtub. I'm so grateful that I'm able to take baths because honestly, I've always lived in apartments and it just grossed me out a little too much to be soaking in those tubs. I don't know. You know what I mean? So now I finally feel like I can do baths, especially with like the moon cycles. Now I'm getting more into that. So if it's a full moon or a new moon, I'm like, okay, it's bath time. It's time to like meditate, do a bath ritual, and just, they're really amazing. It's another thing like the journaling. I think until you actually do it, you don't realize how transformative and how powerful it is. So if you have been kind of thinking about doing baths, but you know, not really sure, do it. You will not regret it. It's amazing. I picked up some Dr. Teals. I got their Epsom salts, and I got this pink Himalayan foaming bath, and I have to say I was blown away because I put this in the bath and it turned into one of those ones you see in the movies that like you feel like you can never get on your own, because anytime I've used bubble bath in the past, it's just like flat or like one little tiny bubble. So this literally foams up to the point where you're sitting there and like you're just immersed in this awesome like mountain of bubbles, and it's so fun, and you're living your best bubble bath fantasy with this stuff. So I absolutely love it. It's Dr. Teals. I got it at Target. I'm pretty sure you can do Amazon, any of those places. So yummy. I love it. It smells really good too. So that is the Dr. Teals bubble bath. Okay, we got through everything. We're all done. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful that I got to share these 10 things with you that are really making me happy in my life right now. And I really hope maybe it inspired you to go out and get something that you love, or start a new routine of maybe journaling or taking a bath. Definitely don't forget to always remember your self-love and your self-care, because that is so important. That is number one always. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe and feel free to connect with me on Instagram. I'm very active there. I love receiving feedback or questions or anything like that. I'm so happy to chat with you. So feel free to message me, whatever you want to do. I would love to chit chat with you. And I really hope I see you in my next video. Bye. Just really, I am just absolutely, I can't with that face. Also wanted to show you, oh shit. Hey guys, what is up? Woo, that was really high pitched. This guy, because I think she or he, I don't know, do they have genders? I'm gonna say she. I feel like she's a she. She's definitely a she.
𝙠𝙠